Minecraft speedrunning can be pretty intimidating. I mean, there are people beating the game in 15 minutes, and maybe you've only beaten the game after getting full enchanted diamond armor. But don't worry, I've speedran the game a few times under multiple conditions, and while I may not be Dream, I have beaten the game as a chicken. So, I think that after my 11 years of playing the game, I'm pretty qualified to give you these top 10 scary Minecraft speedrun tips. They might be scary for you because you're intimidated, or they might be scary for the dragon. Let's do it. And at 10, Speed Portal. The speed portal is a skill that I have yet to master. The idea of a speed portal is that it's one stream of water that turns every bit of lava you place around it instantly into obsidian without the need to move the water. I typically end up having to move the water. But I mean, it's certainly still better than spending the 2 minutes to dig the obsidian, assuming I end up getting 3 diamonds or a pickaxe from a blacksmith's chest. So a speed portal, or even just a normal bucketed portal, is certainly better than spending 2 minutes gathering obsidian. Plus, it makes you feel like a pro. But make sure that you have a flint and steel with you, or a flame charge, because if not, you'll have to wait for the wood to catch fire so that it will light itself. And that's always annoying, okay? And it can be a huge time waster. And a 9, dig straight down. But what if you can't find a lava pool? Well, if you can't find lava, you can always rely on Minecraft's oldest rule: don't dig straight down. Why shouldn't you do that? Because, well, you might fall into lava, or a deep cave, but also lava. So if you take this rule and you flip it on its head, or try to look at the positive side, I guess, you can read it as dig straight down if you want to find or fall into lava, which means that if you can't find a pool on the surface to make your portal, you can make it in the depths of the earth. However, now the depth for lava is much deeper, around -55, from what I remember, so you'll have to be digging for a little longer than in previous versions, at least if you're speedrunning in 1.18. In 1.17 or prior, the lava pools generate much higher since the bedrock is still at layer 0, because, you know, it's prior to the Caves and Cliffs update. I mean, there's also giant lava pools in the nether, but that won't really help you since, you know, you need the lava to get to the nether in the first place. Plus, you also can't place water in the nether. And at 8, pumpkins. Pumpkins, or I guess carved pumpkins now, can be a big help during the final fight with the Ender Dragon, if using a method that I'll explain later. If you won't really get hit by the dragon, you won't really need to worry about armor, and then your head is free. And your biggest issue after that are the Endermen that crowd the End Islands. So you simply need to wear a carved pumpkin on your head and the Endermen won't get mad at you if you look at them. Now the issue comes from obstructed vision, but by pressing F1 and making sure that you have the proper item selected in your hand, you won't really need to see the GUI in order to kill the dragon, only giving you one less thing to worry about, especially if you've already killed the pixel at the center of your monitor just so you can get those sweet bow snipes exactly on. But I'm not sure how the speedrunning community feels about burnt pixels in this context, so maybe you just don't mention it, okay? It won't show up on the video anyway, unless you're filming it with a camera instead of filming your screen on the computer like everyone else does, okay? Streamlabs is free, use that or something, okay? And hashtag not sponsored, but Streamlabs, hit us up. And it's 7, loot. Let's be honest here. In a speedrun, you don't really want to be mining unless you have to, right? There's no point in mining for resources that can be readily available on the surface. A village, for instance, can provide some basic necessities, but if it has a blacksmith, you can get some decent tools and gear as well. There are other places for loot as well, like jungle temples, desert temples, ruined portals, but there are also some quick hacks for speedrunners that might just help you on your journey. No iron? Go find a village, hopefully a nearby one, and kill their golem. Make a pillar that's 3 blocks tall and just stand on top of it and just whack at the golem until it's dead. This way you'll get 3 to 5 iron and can make a sword and shield. Maybe even a pickaxe and a sword if you're lucky. And don't forget the enchantments that you can find on the golden loot from the nether portal chests. And I mean, it's gold, but it's still something. And while looking for the portal, you can always find some chests inside the stronghold that could help provide more gear and potentially diamonds. So needless to say, don't ignore loot in a speedrun just because it might be slightly out of the way. It could provide a much needed edge for your run. And at 6, speeds. Being able to get around fast is something that everyone looks for in every aspect of life. Cars, planes, hell, we're still looking for teleportation. However, in Minecraft, some things are easier, and this is one of them, since there are many ways to help speed up your character in Minecraft. Jumping while sprinting is one of them. Boats on water are now actually good. If you remember the old boats, I think that Minecraft is legally required to pay for your therapy. Flying with elytras and rockets, soul speed boots, and the best one by far, boats on ice. I mean, you can't really set this up in a speedrun, but if you're going towards the stronghold and you come across an icy biome, get off your boat and put it on the ice. you can actually speed through this so incredibly fast that it will blow your mind. This method actually helps you get up to speeds of like 60 blocks a second, which is crazy. In real world metrics, that would be like 216,000 kilometers per hour, which is scary fast. That's 161,557 miles per hour, or Mach 212, which is 212 times the speed of sound. But luckily, only 0.0000002% the speed of light. But if you get the opportunity to do this, do it, okay? Basically, don't pass up on a boat. That's my tip here. But also, use your boat on ice. It's so much fun. Halfway through into number 5, triangulation. Triangulation is a method used by speedrunners to find your distance to the end portal quickly and efficiently, using the least amount of ender eyes as to not risk them breaking. To complete this task, you need to open your F3 menu, which is only available on Java Edition, because it has slightly more information than your position in the Bedrock Edition. Take note of the angle that you are facing, okay? It's located in the facing tab after it says positive or negative on the X or Z, and it's the first number in the brackets. Here's an image. Remember that you are going to need to take note of the angle that the ender eye flies in, not the one that you're looking at when you throw it. Now, either turn 90 degrees or run around 20 blocks and throw another. Running is probably the better method, so you'll actually be able to know. Take another note of the new angle that the ender eye flies in and then calculate the difference. For example, if the first angle was around 149 and then the second was 151, the difference would be around 2 degrees. You then need to compare that difference in an angle to a specific chart that tells you how far it is based on this difference. If it's less than a 1 degree change, you're around 1500 blocks away or more. 1 degree is around 1100 blocks, 2 degrees is 500, and if it's 10, you're 115 blocks away. Any more than that, the eye will probably be flying into the ground. In at 4, choose your category. Speedrun categories are very important when it comes to actually being successful in speedruns, since they all have different variables and rules. The two most common categories are set seed and random seed, referring to world generation. A set seed allows you to already know the map and just focus on how fast you can get to the portal that you already know the location of and actually kill the dragon. The random seed, though, is the more popular category and the one most people think of when thinking about Minecraft speedrunning, where you make a brand new world and make your way along to find the end portal and beat the dragon. This category focuses more on adaptability and improv, requiring more knowledge of the game rather than the specific seed. This is also where most of these points will actually come into play. There are also categories for different versions. Most versions are listed under their own category, but 1.16 did alter the game enough to warrant its own since it made so many changes to speedrunning fundamentals with the implementation of bartering and the warped forest. So picking your proper category will really help improve the quality of your performance, because you'll actually know what to do. Getting close to the end, and at number 3, shield. Players usually forego using a shield, but this item is essential in beating the game quickly. It also is a must-have for the fastest Minecraft speedruns in the world. After all, death is the biggest waste of time, okay? And it's also fairly easy to craft one. All you need to do is make a boat in the top half of the crafting table out of wood, put one in the bottom middle, another bit of wood at least, and then a single iron ingot in the middle of the boat, okay, and then boom, you got a shield. Because, you know what, shields are crucial in dealing with blazes and their fireballs. They basically make you immune to them as long as you actually are blocking. Because, you know, blazes are one of the mobs that you need to kill in order to get blaze rods, which then convert into blaze powder, and their ranged attacks are really annoying, okay? Dying in the nether is one of the easiest ways to ruin a speedrun, so it's best to get a shield beforehand. As long as you can right click to block and not have to use crouch, because that's just stupid, okay? Yes, I'm still mad about it. Java Edition is superior. I don't care if you want to call me a skinny white kid with a crown, okay? To you, that's skinny white king with a crown, madam. But ultimately, into number 2, beds. The dragon is a strong boss, with 200 hearts of health that are constantly regenerated by its end crystals. However, after those are destroyed, you still need to chip away at its health. But beds can actually help you kill the dragon even faster. First timers should bring along maybe 12 to 15 beds, and these can be either stolen from villager houses or crafted, but stealing them is probably for the best. And while the dragon is perching, you just need to place the bed on the bedrock pillar or nearby and just let it rip. Since you cannot actually sleep in the end, the bed will explode much like it does in the nether. You know, intentional game design. However, these explosions will do massive damage to the dragon, and if they're on top of the pillar, they won't really affect you all that much. Plus, you can kill the dragon in like 7 beds if you're actually good, which is absolutely insane. And finally, in at number 1, odds. The biggest thing that holds a speedrunner back in Minecraft is the collection of ender eyes to find the end portal. This is what most players spend their time doing, and there are multiple strategies to find these. But for speedrunners, you gotta find the best plan for you. So let me give you some stats, alright? Endermen drop an ender pearl 50% of the time, though it doesn't really feel like it, taking around 5 hits per kill, with each hit taking around 0.625 seconds to recover each time, meaning that killing an enderman takes around 3.125 seconds per kill, or averaging around 6.25 seconds per ender pearl with a diamond sword, assuming you got lucky and found one or found the diamonds, or more realistically, 6 hits with an iron sword, meaning 7.5 seconds per ender pearl. This also involves you needing to find enough endermen, probably in the warped forest biome where they spawn in groups of 4. Or you can wait 6 seconds and aim for the 2.18% chance of 2 to 4 ender pearls from piglin bartering. Yeah, that's right, you can also do that. Or you can try and upgrade a cleric villager in an effort to get their trade, but considering how I hardly see this one done anymore, I doubt it's the most efficient method. This is actually the debate that resulted in Dream getting accused of cheating in a 1.16 speedrun ages ago, but I don't want to bring that up, and nevertheless, it's up to you how you want to play it, okay? I just give you the numbers, you make your own decisions, alright? That's how this works. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been Moreau, and I'll see you in another video, unless you keep calling me the skinny white kid with the crown, or so help me. That's right, I'm a king, cheese king. What? Java Edition rules! Java Edition Master Race.